Here's the strange thing about anything meant to calm you down. We turn it into one more test that we can fail. We start wondering if we're doing it right or if we are improving fast enough, if we're feeling what we're supposed to feel. So, in the next few minutes, I want to take that pressure off completely. I'll show you what that is not. And one small shift that you can use the next time on your own when your mind starts marking your homework. Stay with me, this one matters. So, nothing needs to happen here because sometimes we begin something meant to help us, and without realizing it, we turn it into another thing we can get wrong. So let me be clear about what these episodes are not. They are not here to lower your hopes. They're only there to make them kinder and more real. First, this is not a magic cure. There is no single sentence or breathing trick that erases every hard feeling forever. Not because you're doing it wrong, but because emotions are part of being human. Stress may return, self-doubt may show up again. You might understand something clearly today and still struggle with it tomorrow. But that does not mean that the tool failed. It doesn't mean you failed. So think about learning to drive. At first, every mirror and pedal takes the effort. Over time, it becomes more natural, not because the road got safer, but because you got more familiar with how to respond. And now these tools also work the same way. You practice noticing your thoughts. You practice pausing before reacting. And slowly, you get better at returning to yourself when life pulls you away. This is also not therapy. A qualified therapist can listen to your history, they can ask you questions, and respond to what's happening specifically for you. A recording can't do that. What I can offer is simpler. Practical ideas, small exercises, a few minutes to notice what's happening inside of you. So when something feels too heavy to carry alone, reaching for professional help is not a failure. It's simply the right tool for a different kind of need. This is not a performance either, friends. You don't have to have a breakthrough every time you listen. You don't need to cry or uncover a hidden memory or suddenly understand your whole life. Sometimes you'll finish an episode feeling calmer. Sometimes you'll notice one useful thought. And sometimes you'll still feel almost exactly the same. And that's allowed. Because not all growth is visible right away. You might hear an idea today and remember it 2 weeks from now, just before sending an angry message. So real change is often very quiet. It shows up in the pause you did not take before. The evening you noticed you were tired instead of calling yourself lazy. The mistake you made and didn't punish yourself for all day. Those moments don't feel dramatic, friends, but they matter. And this is not one more thing for you to do perfectly. Because maybe you start with good intentions and then miss several episodes. Life gets busy. You forget. You don't feel like listening for a while. But you haven't fallen behind. There's no streak that you have to protect here. No disappointed teacher waiting to ask where you've been. You return when you return. And we begin again from wherever you are. Perhaps you know that pattern. You miss one day of exercise and you tell yourself, oh, you've ruined everything. You lose your temper once and you decide you've made no progress. You turn one imperfect moment into a verdict about who you are. So what is this? It's a quiet place to learn a little more about yourself. A collection of tools for the ordinary yet very hard parts of life. A few minutes where you don't have to perform for anyone. You listen, you notice, and you take whatever is useful. And that's enough. So let's try a very simple exercise. It's all about a simple reframing idea, changing the language around an experience, and you can always change the pressure attached to it. And we call this exercise the must to may exercise. So think about the expectation you brought with you today. Maybe it sounds like, I must feel better after this. I must stop overthinking. I must do every exercise properly. Or maybe it's a bigger rule that you carry through your life, that is, I must always stay in control. I must never disappoint anyone. I must handle everything myself. Choose just one. Now notice how your body responds to you when you say the sentence in your head. Maybe there's a pressure in your chest, your shoulders are tightening, your breath goes a little shallow. Don't change anything yet, just notice. Now, here is how it goes. Replace the word I must with I may. So instead of I must feel better immediately, try I may begin by noticing how I feel. Instead of I must stop overthinking, try I may give my mind one quiet minute. Instead of I must do this perfectly, try I may take one useful idea and leave the rest. Now add one more sentence and say it slowly. There is no deadline for becoming better at being human. Notice whether anything softens. See, the problem may still be there. You may still feel uncertain, but perhaps the demand has quietly become an invitation to yourself. So instead of forcing yourself to change, you're giving yourself permission to practice. And that's the difference between pressure and support. Pressure says, change quickly or you're failing. But support says, take one step and come back when you are ready. Because friends, you're not a problem to be solved. You're a person learning to meet life with a little more awareness, a little more patience, and maybe a little more choice. Some days that will feel clear. Some days it'll feel messy. Both belong. Before we finish, notice one expectation you can set down today. The expectation to change quickly, to feel something dramatic, to never struggle again. You don't need to carry it into the next episode. Low pressure, honest effort, one useful step at a time. And for today, that's enough. I'll meet you in the next episode. Until then, take care.